It's your girl Jazzy K with Super Tight TV. We want to thank everyone that's been watching. Hey, if you do us a favor and hit that subscribe button, also press the notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video.
You're not tuned into something super tight. Puffing something sticky, nigga, I roll through the light. Need to hear something real just to get me through the night. I'm looking for them jackets cause I know they looking shy. Know I'ma get some game tuned in with super tight. Yeah, I get it all up from Big Bobo. From the front seat, not no photos.
Already, baby, what's up with it? What it do? It's your big dog, Bobo Luciano. Want to thank everybody again for tuning in to Super Tight TV. We're back, up your back, going smack, smack, smack. And just like that. Hope you like it because I love it. Say, you know where I got that from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wee.
Yeah.
I like to wee.
From a country town, man.
Yeah. But say, y'all might recognize that voice. Today is going to be a very difficult interview for me to do because it's hard to interview a family member. Because you be like, damn, where do you start? Where do you damn, I know everything, but I hope I do. So I'm doing this for y'all. Today, I got the king of the Trill.
I'm making my head fit on the poster.
Yeah, the man with the #1 burger in America. Okay? UGK. You feel me? I got BUNB in the house.
I'm so happy to be here. I hate it taking this long to get here.
That's okay, man. But when you said you was coming, I know you busy with the Trill Burger.
I'm busy with a lot of stuff, but definitely my whole life is burgers right now, though.
I want you to continue that.
Yes.
I want you to continue that. Now, I got a question about the Trill Burger.
Go for it.
Because we talked before, and you kind of tried to, make me feel like I was old school or some shit like that. When the brick and mortar opens,
yeah,
will there be produce in the building?
What do you mean produce? Like, it's not a grocery store.
We're not going to sell the produce. We're going to put produce on the burger.
Well, no. You're
still not going to do that.
So the burger is designed to be presented a certain way.
And you're going to stick to that.
It's not just a burger and that I prefer my burgers with this and this. No, this burger was literally created with the ingredients to come off a certain way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For it to go beyond just tasting like a regular cheeseburger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This was crafted like my chefs, they classically trained chefs. They graduated from Cordon Bleu. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this ain't just a normal burger.
It's a gourmet burger.
I won't say gourmet.
Okay.
Right? But it's not just a burger, it's an experience.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, because there's a lot of culture behind it. With Trill, I've represented the Trill brand on records for over 30 years.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tear equity that go into that.
Exactly.
So when people see that word and see me associated, they can draw a lot of conclusions from that.
Already.
They don't have to worry or guess about no shit like that. They know what it is when they see it. And that's what I knew it would be when we put the name on it, because we spent about half a day trying to figure out what we was going to call the company.
Really?
Yeah, and I just said, fuck it, let's, Trill Burger, why we playing? Why we playing?
Wow. For real.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep the brand.
It rolled right off your tongue.
Yeah, and literally, and it is the best burger in America. I wouldn't, because here's the thing, if it was a bluff, it would do more damage to my reputation than anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get a couple of quick bucks out the door, but I wouldn't really, what is that worth to damage my reputation? And put shit on that name.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So the reason I push it so hard is because I believe in it. If you eat that hoe, it's different. I promise. It's different.
So what's the Trill Burger experience? Walk us through.
The Trill Burger experience is really, most burgers, when people eat hamburgers, they're really not addicted to the burger. They're addicted to the condiments that they like on the burger.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So typically when you go somewhere and get a burger, regardless of what the burger have on it, if you like mayonnaise, you're going to put some mayonnaise on the burger. Yeah. If you like mustard, you're going to put it on there. But that's because that's what you like, because a patty typically don't really taste like shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a steak. A real good steak don't need steak sauce.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So a real good hamburger doesn't really need a lot of things for it to be good. But typically people are used to a patty tasting like shit. So their first reaction is to put something else on the burger because you really like the taste of ketchup or the case of mustard. That's what you're addicted to.
Oh, yeah.
Or
not
you
really.
just
I like it all
not really
trying
the
to
patty.
dress up the taste some so it don't just taste like ground.
But the patty is the star of the Trill Burger.
Okay.
So no matter where you bite into it, you always gonna get more patty than anything else, because that's where
True
the
smash
majority of the flavor is. That's where the majority of the texture is.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? And it's different. You know, I've had a lot of burgers in my life. I'm a fat dude. I've had a lot of food in my life. But I'm telling you, when you bite into this burger, because your only other frame of reference is just a regular burger.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, I didn't know a hamburger or cheeseburger could really taste like this, could really have this much flavor and texture going on.
Now, do they cook the meat? Is it well done? Is it?
Yeah, no, because it's a smash burger. So in order for a smash burger to be, you have to literally smash it into the grill.
Yes.
So it gets very thin and very crispy.
Love it.
You know what I'm saying? But we use a very soft bun, potato bun. You know what I'm saying? So you have that crispy patty with that soft bun. You know, and then you got the pickles, the Trill sauce, and the caramelized onions, because it gives a different flavor. It adds a little sweetness to cut the salt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, this burger was designed
For a certain way.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
But before we go any further, you know, I got to back up. I got to tell the world about, you know, Jazzy K is in the building, my sexy ass, gorgeous, beautiful wife.
Right.
It's your girl Jazzy Kate.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. Well, I just want to make sure because you know, it's certain things that
I got my beautiful sexy wife too. You know,
Hey, Miss Queen in now. Yeah, whatever.
she trying to look down at her phone, act like she ain't hear nobody.
That's good. That's good though. Y'all, how long y'all been together now, boy?
This our 20th anniversary.
Ooh,
Ooh, congratulations.
March the what?
March the 15th.
March 15th.
Oh, day before.
Day before our anniversary.
Yep.
And your birthday is the day before my birthday.
March 19th.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. So we're going to start, you know, I don't want to do this like any of the other interviews because, you know, you've told your story so many times. Everybody know you from Port Arthur.
Yeah, but we haven't told our story.
Yes, that's where we're going.
You know, we haven't told our story. Our story starts at USL.
Man.
Our story starts at, and there's a lot of
Application
stories.
Dome.
Yes, and there's a lot of stories that people don't know. So the day I met Bobo was on tour with Ron C.
Yes.
Right, that initially led into the Welcome to Texas song.
Yes.
That we recorded together. But I also met Manny Fresh that night for the first time.
Manny was there?
Because Manny was there with Gregory D. When they was a group.
Yes.
And Baby was there.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know
Baby and
was there.
Slim were there that night. I met Baby and Slim there for the first time because they were trying to get to Manny to talk to Manny about doing music. This is all the beginning of Cash Money Records happening that day, and the beginning of the next version of UGK happened that day.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So there was a lot of, and I think Too Short was on that show.
That was a Too Short tour. That was Shorty the Pimp tour.
Yeah. So that means that Too Short was in the building.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That would have meant that like Ant Banks would have been in the building. Spice One would have been in the building.
Rest
You know
in
what I'm
peace,
saying?
Gina.
This is all family.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? This is all family, extended family now. So that's why I wanted to say we got to tell our story.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody knows where the UGK story starts at. You know what I'm saying? But this is where the brotherhood starts.
Baby,
Already.
ask your question about me then, because I know you. Every time she sees somebody from my past, like Bird and Mitch,
Yeah.
go ahead and ask that question.
Tell us about the young Bobo.
Well, this was not Bobo Luciano.
I know.
This was Bobo the Psycho.
Bobo
Yes.
the Psycho.
This was Bobo the Psycho.
I've
Yes.
seen photos.
In the orange jumpsuit. You know what I'm saying?
with the chainsaw.
Yeah. But see, my thing was, and we were really taken aback by the showmanship. You know what I'm saying? That was the crazy thing about us because we never had really had a hype man. We kind of would always do each other's ad libs on the show. But just watching like what a real hype man was about, like not only doing the ad libs and catching, you know, the off words for the artist, but also keeping the crowd entertained.
Right.
You know, if the album has a theme or the tour has a theme or whatever, then the hype man is making sure that throughout the show that theme is consistently reinforced. Whatever we trying to represent, I'm always bring that right back to you. We're going to talk about it. We're going to do the song. Then we're going to talk about it. We're going to do the song. Might do another song, but then we're going to talk about it. So he's going to always bring you back into where you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about keeping a captive audience. And Bobo was really, from a local aspect, our first time of seeing, you know, somebody really do that, because I didn't have proximity to Bushwick Bill and Ghetto Boys at the time, so I hadn't really seen how they presented it. But Bill was actually a member of the group. He wasn't necessarily a hype man, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we were really impressed.
What y'all
And
said the
that's
first
true.
time?
That's good too because some
This nigga got a chainsaw on stage. These niggas wild,
some
man.
crowds
These niggas
in
is
the
really
South,
wild.
it's hard crowds. You got to really work to keep them engaged.
But
Yeah.
I don't think people realize how much preparation it takes to go into being a damn fool.
A damn fool.
yeah.
To be a damn fool.
We playing that album.
See, people typically act a fool, you know, in the moment, but being a damn fool, like, you
practice
got
a whole
to
nother
work on that
level.
shit.
We practice that, bro. You know what I'm talking about?
It's
I'm gonna
levels
tell
to
you, y'all wasn't on the first show. This is how it went. We get there, they tell us it's Too Short, Ron C, and Spice One. And I think the first show might have been in Little Rock, Arkansas. And we get there, bro. You remember how many people was on the show? It was like, I mean, it's Second to None. It's DJ Quick. It's all these people.
And you gotta really talk about this. This is the banging Lil Rock.
Yes.
This is banging in Lil Rock.
Fresh banging in Lil
Yes,
Rock.
yeah.
Yes,
Brand new Crips.
Yes.
Brand new.
Yes, right before the documentary. You know what I'm talking about? And so, you know, they told us to practice for, you know, when they used to give us sets, 15, 20-minute sets. Then we get there, they got all these people. They said, well, you got 8 minutes. And so the thing with the chainsaw was supposed to come out at a certain time of the show.
Right.
So I look at Ron and I say, what we gonna do? I said, well, only thing I could think of, as soon as you come out there after that second verse, I'm coming. I'm coming, baby.
Uh-oh.
And that's how we ran that show, bro. And by the time we got to the second city, they was like, Nick, we heard y'all start the show out. We gonna move y'all up in the rosters, closer to the headline. I said,
Hey man, look, that's what coming prepared is all about.
and get you your 15 minutes back.
Facts.
So let's talk about that first recording session. Do you remember that? It's been many, many moons ago.
The first UGK recording session?
No, Sound Loud,
Oh, in Dallas.
I
I remember distinctly
Oh, yeah.
Las Colinas smelling like weed.
Yes.
Like that's the one thing I remember distinctly. Like waking up in Las Colinas at the Residence Inn.
Just in the air?
You could it was skunk.
Oh.
You would wake up in the morning and you could smell the skunk. Somebody in Las Colinas
Was smoking.
Was growing.
Okay.
I think growing. Because you could smell it like heavy in the air.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Had to be.
Because there really wasn't nothing in Las Colinas back then but office buildings and a couple of hotels.
And shit.
Because it was really just, really just hotels for people to stay when they came and did some work with Ross Perot. Because Ross Perot built Las Colinas. You know what I'm saying? So it really wasn't shit out there. The only thing, and then eventually while we was working out there, I think Anthrax had a bar. The rock group Anthrax had a bar. And then Tony Dorsett had a place out there because I remember Chad met Tony Dorsett, who was his favorite football player. If you look inside, I think is it Super Tight?
I got that.
I think it's in Super Tight. If you look inside, there's a picture where we both wearing jerseys. I think I'm wearing like a UT jersey and he's wearing a Cowboys jersey.
I've got that jersey in my closet.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a Dorsett jersey.
That jersey he has on. You remember how y'all used to give me this stuff?
Yep.
You gave me the blue shirt. I got rid of that shirt on Riding Dirty. The Paisley Polo. Damn, why I get rid of that shirt. You should have gave that to me.
I still to this day, Queenie was just talking about what I wore at the rodeo last year. She's like, where's that jacket? I was like, I gave it away after the show. She was like, don't give nothing away this time.
Yeah, because stuff like that's like,
I'm with Queen.
I'm trying to do better of documenting stuff.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But I also know that a lot of those things I don't take proper care of. Whereas if I give it to somebody, they're going to really take care of it and cherish it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Make sure that it gets what it's supposed to get. Because to me, it's just going to be another coat. You know, I'm blessed. I get coats all the time. That's why I give a lot of that shit away because people going to treasure that shit more than I will probably.
That's what's up.
So a lot of people hear about Saying Jack. Explain Saying Jack to people so they know what Saying Jack meant to UGK.
So that was 1014 San Jack, if I'm not mistaken.
San Jacinto.
1014 San Jacinto Drive was the address of the house that we all collectively lived in during the recording of Riding Dirty.
Yes.
all the music for Ridin' Dirty was initially done in that house.
Yes.
To the point where we built like a full setup because we had a whole band in there. So we had built a relationship with Uncle Leo Nosatelli of the Meters, and he had played music for us before because we didn't want to sample the Meters music. We thought we had a manager that was like, we can get to the Meters and actually ask him to replay his own music.
Genius.
You know what I'm saying? And because of that, Chad and Uncle Leo built a very big, very strong relationship. And so he actually put together a band. And so a lot of the music that you hear on Ridin' Dirty is actually live instrumentation. There was a process that he recorded, and I don't want to talk about the process because I don't want to bite his style. But there was a way that he would record with the band and then use the music that he recorded to create the different songs.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So the outro that you hear on the album is the full instrumentation of what eventually became Diamonds Up Against That Wood.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so we did all that original pre-production in that house. Like we were actively living in that house. We was trapping
Come on.
out of that house.
That's the house I took you by.
How y'all fit a band?
Yeah,
In the
I mean,
living room.
in the living room.
In the
Like
living
so, literally only had like that 2 sofas and a TV, but there was no dining room. There was never like a dining room. You know, all of that was just where the equipment ended up going.
All right,
It was a nice house.
I bet.
For
Miss Freeman, was it a nice house?
No.
when I was
Tell the
living there.
truth and shame.
When I
the devil.
lived there, it was quite nice.
It was clean, but it wasn't nice.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, I take that back. For an 18, 19-year-old kid, I'm going to tell you, when I met Chad at that concert
Yeah.
at the Cajun Dome, he said, Chad, he in my ear. He said, yo, man, I want to do this. I want you to come through. I got a house. I got a car. I'm listening to this dude like, well, you 18, 19. What you doing with a house?
Right.
But then when I went down there, everything he said he had.
This
I
is
mean, a
true.
fully furnished house. You said it wasn't no dining room set, but it was a dining room set in there.
Well, in the kitchen area,
Yeah.
there was a table to
Yeah.
eat at, but not a formal.
Not a formal dining room set.
You know what I'm saying? The formal dining room was actually the formal studio.
Exactly.
And I always-
and the Wii room.
Well, the weed room was off to the side, right?
Yes.
So that was the recording room.
Okay.
But when we had to do the band, we had to put the band in that living room, in that dining room area, because we had a bass player, we had a lead guitar player, and we had a keyboardist playing a B3 with a Leslie.
The white guy.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember
David.
him. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, that took up all of that room. But the actual board where Chad would actually load the music into was actually in what we know as the weed room.
And that was a brand new studio.
Yes, because when it came time to negotiate for Ridin' Dirty, instead of taking a cash advance, Chad asked for equipment.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because by getting equipment instead of money, we could make money with the equipment. So Chad would use the equipment that he asked Jive to pay for. That became how we created the home studio. We bought an SSL with that money. You know what I'm saying? We had DAT machines. That's how long ago this was.
Hey, the first
digital
time.
audio tape. That's what a DAT machine was, a digital audio tape. You know what I'm saying? And then that went to
DA88.
DA88, which is basically a VHS cassette
Yes.
recording tape. But we did all of that stuff in the house. We would lay rough vocals in the house and then eventually take the songs to a different studio and record the main vocals. But then we got a better compressor.
Yeah.
So we were literally laying vocals like Kigdo.
Yes.
Kigdo was recorded in 1014 San Jacinto.
Yes.
We all, me, Chad, and Master P, all laid our vocals in the bathroom on a Radio Shack mic, hanging from the shower rod.
So was
You know what I'm saying?
Was Break 'em Off something done in there as well?
I'm not sure Break 'em Off something was done in there. I think Break 'em Off something might have been done at the Baton Rouge studio.
Okay.
But I know Kigdo was done at the house because, and the reason I know Kigdo was done at the house was because he came over to the house. Chad made the beat. We recorded the beat. We gave him a recording of the beat that he could take to go to add to the master album to press up, and then Chad cut the machines off. We never recorded it. We never recorded an instrumental or a cappella.
Okay.
He literally made the beat. We rapped to the beat, recorded it, gave it to P, and then cut the machine off.
That's what's up.
Hey, a hit. Y'all gave that boy a lot of hits, bro.
Yeah, no. I mean, we understood exactly what he was doing and who he was talking to. So making music for him and his artists was always very easy for Chad.
Yeah. You remember that first trip to the Bay Area to meet Master P?
Absolutely.
Man, y'all left me in the lamplight.
Hey, man. First of all, God bless Uber for this new generation.
Yes.
Because y'all don't know what it was like trying to get around before Uber. Like trying to get a cab from San Francisco to take you to Vallejo, you know what I'm saying, was a lot.
Different experience.
Oh, man. I would say, you know, that would be the equivalent of staying in center court and then telling them to take you to the flea market.
I don't know.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Trying to convince somebody to take you there and drop you off. It was a lot.
They like
Y'all made a lot of contacts on that trip though.
Yeah, no, we ended up meeting Chris Hicks.
Yes.
On that trip, you know, who ended up putting us with God, I can't think of his name. Selly Cell. You know what I'm saying? We actually went over to Vallejo to meet with E40 and Be Legit, who are still friends to this day. We drank our Hurricane that first time. It got slizzard. You know what I'm saying?
You was slizzard?
Oh man, we were slizzard. We were really like. So the first thing they did before they even made the Hurricane, they was drinking. They had like the big jugs of Carlos Rossi wine. So they would be drinking these big ass jugs of wine, and then while they drinking Carlos Rossi wine, they started making Be Legit made the Hurricane.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? And they smoking on that. The most potent weed available at the time was coming from out of that region.
Yes, it was.
You know what I'm saying? Is that Northern California. So we were smoking some of the best weed you could possibly smoke. And these are big dudes. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen E40 in person or Be Legit in person. These are big individuals. They're not average sized people at all. Even the women, if you ever see Sugar T, she is a big woman. Like, not fat, just a big, these are
tall.
big, these are big people. They come from a tribe of giants, I believe. I don't know. But with that bigger size comes a bigger tolerance.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
they drinking, and you trying to drink with them. Next thing you know, you wasted.
You
and
on the table,
and they halfway there. They good. They still going.
They like, what's up? You a lightweight,
man. But we also got to spend a lot of time with Spice One and G Nut. You know what I'm saying? And Extra Large. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to G Nut. That was a good friend of both of ours.
Yes.
We spent a lot of time together, and that's the thing. We never did a lot of music with people that we really fucked with.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. People that we were really, really friends with, like Lord Jamar, one of our best friends. We only did one song.
Yeah,
you know
why
what
do
I'm saying?
Think that is?
Because typically when rappers connect with people, it ain't got shit to do with music. Because it'd be a lot of real fake people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of bullshit people, a lot of club talkers, what have you, and people that you really can't. And they Hollywood. A lot of people are real Hollywood. So you can't really, if you're a real person, an average person, down to earth person, a lot of times these people won't even let you into their world or their space. And I prefer to not be in that motherfucking space anyway. I'm very comfortable with that. I'm good. I don't need a bunch of friends like that. I got a bunch of friends already in my life. I got enough. I won't say a bunch. I got enough friends.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You remember the night we met Lord Jamar? Well, I do.
You talking about at the concert?
It was at a concert. We were doing the TSU homecoming.
Yes, in Houston. That's what you're talking about. Yeah. Yes. So I was telling somebody about this the other day.
Man, I remember that night.
There's a lot to that night too. I'll tell you after this. I don't know if we need to talk about this on the air, but there was a lot that went on with that night. We'll talk about it later. Yeah. It gets real deep. Not with the other team, but people that came that night.
Yes.
But I remember distinctly that Chad refused to let them open up for us.
Oh yeah.
That was the thing, that they were the openers and we were the headliners. which made sense because we was at TSU.
Houston.
But Chad had such a high level of respect for Grand Pooba, you know what I'm saying, that he was like, no, we not going to, they're not going to open up for us. We open up for them.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? We got to give that man his respect type of a thing, And in retrospect, that's not how concerts work.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to put the biggest act on last.
That's real.
But just that showing of respect was something that, they really appreciated from us. And, out of all three of those people, Lord Jamar was the person that we bonded with. And he was like, yo, next time y'all come to New York, y'all hit me up. I'll show y'all around Brooklyn. And we did that. We ended up going to New York and we actually went to his house and he drove us around Brooklyn. It was like, yeah, this is Washington and this is where this is Biggie's block. He took us to the bodega spot and buy, the weed back in the old school bodegas in the back of the store, shit like that. Took Chad to Branson. Chad and Branson had a real good relationship for many years. I got to meet Branson as well, but I didn't know him as well as Chad did. Lord Jamar really like walked us through Brooklyn.
You remember after the concert in my room?
Oh my God.
The freestyle?
Yes.
Man, boy, you was laying on your belly. You don't remember that?
That's a lot of belly.
You was laying on your belly
That was
rapping.
a lot of belly.
Rapping. Killed him.
I wouldn't say killed him.
Stop. I ain't gonna say killed him. You murdered the situation.
See?
Is that better?
What's the difference between killing something
You
and
didn't kill
murdering?
them.
It's the same,
The
sir.
situation.
Okay, I'll take
It's
the
the same.
situation.
The situation. You handled yourself well. Chad came in. He didn't step foot all the way in the door. You remember that? He stood at the door and gave about 6 to 8 bars and then walked off.
Then closed
Now
the
wait
door.
a minute, we have
Grand opening, grand closing.
Ask him about the freestyle versus.
Yes.
Yeah,
Matter of
I
fact,
need to know.
do that. Have you been watching our show?
Yeah.
Have we told you to? Have you seen how we have people for not for the Cowboys' sake, for positive energy?
Yeah, I just rubbed it.
Yeah. You take a picture of my man rubbing the
I just rubbed it.
I saw you. That's what made me think about it.
Because I seen you changing the tone. I said, I don't know where he going with this.
No, right?
Let me,
Get that
Let
energy.
me rub on this thing, get this energy.
From you being an MC.
Yes.
Because
I see you about to ask my opinion. That's why I need that
Yeah.
positive
Yes,
energy.
yes. I consider MCs on
Up there.
the top echelon on either rapper, lyricist, MC. You're an MC, but what do you consider freestyling? This is coming from, now I'm gonna back up. Being in Las Colinas, that first time, you had a party in your room at the residence.
At the residence, yeah.
And you boys got to freestyling.
Yep.
That's what I
Well,
consider.
so you're asking me what is technically a freestyle?
What yes.
Oh, that's easy. A freestyle is a rhyme that you didn't prepare before you started rapping. It's literally if I started rapping right now and started picking out details in the room, and
Yes.
the time of the day and what
Yes.
I'm wearing and what your name is,
Okay.
and, people that I've never met before, and I incorporate elements of a room that I've never been in before. I rap about that. I obviously could not have prepared those words,
Yes.
because I've never been in this room. I've never met these people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I've never seen. Well, technically, I could cheat because
Yeah,
I
you
watched
could
the
cheat
show.
a little
Because
bit.
I could talk. I could see. But you understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
A real freestyle is something that is literally, when they say off the dome, is something that
That's what we talking
it's
about.
spontaneous.
Yeah.
It's a spontaneous conversation in rhyme form, poetic form.
That's what I don't understand. When did it turn?
But
into-
everybody's not an MC.
No, they're not.
That's the thing. And I don't get mad at people that's not an MC.
No,
It's
no.
the people that misrepresent themselves that I have a problem with. Some people will tell you, I'm just trying to make this music and get this money.
Yeah.
I ain't got no problem with that.
Me either.
I ain't got no problem with that, because I would rather you do this than do something that you ain't got no business doing that could hurt some people. You know what I'm saying? Just don't misrepresent who you are when you make your music.
That part.
Because you're going to have to live up to the shit you say on your songs. You're not going to get out of this shit without a fight.
Say that.
I'm just going to be real. You
Say
can
that
talk all that
again.
shit you want on records, but you're not going to get out of this life without a fight. Somebody going to call you on that shit, because there's real tough guys in this world.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And they have no problem waking up every day and finding somebody to prove that they still tough. And
We got something to prove.
And you don't have to be hard to spot a sucker. Like, you don't have to be a gangster to know who's not a gangster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can, you can create a video. They can edit the shit out the video. You know what I'm saying? You can write the rhymes, and somebody can help you write the rhymes. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, because of the shit you say and how you say it, you're going to be put in rooms with people that live that life at some point. You know, if you rap about cars, you're going to be rapping at car shows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're rapping about street shit, you're going to be rapping in a room full of street niggas.
Getting your money at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Man, in a room full of gangsters with pistols. And they can spot a sucker a mile away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody has not made it home with their money from rap concerts. There's a lot of people that find themselves in precarious situations to this day. You know what I'm saying? And probably a lot worse, I would say, nowadays. See, when we first started rapping, wasn't no House of Blues.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We wasn't doing basketball arenas and shit like that. We was doing whatever place the drug dealer could rent to try to clean his money.
Yeah.
A lot of the early concerts we did making street music was opportunities for people to wash their money. The same way that white people wash their money through businesses and shit. That's what street people did. They opened detail shops and cafes and hair salons and through rap concerts. That's just what it was. And those are the people that we had to deal with coming up back in those days.
Exactly.
So if you wasn't about what you said what you was about, as soon as you got in the room with these people, they knew it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody's not friendly.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody is not finna just, like, for example, drug dealer feel like I need to do something with this money. So I'm gonna book him. He famous. Bunch of people gonna come. I'm gonna make the money. Everything's gonna go like it's supposed to go, and everybody's gonna be good. But you're not a promoter. You don't have a record for throwing these shows. People don't even know if these people gonna show up. So you throw the show. You don't know how to promote the show. You don't know how to work with radio. You ain't got no local people on the ground. And then you throw a show. You done rented this big space. You done gave me a bunch of money. You down $75,000 and ain't but 200 people showed up.
That cool.
And you still owe me my second half.
You feeling some type of way.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you feel like I ain't determined enough to get this money from you and get home, you not finna give me this money. Bone, am I lying?
No,
then you're not finna get this fucking money. If they feel like you not coming, you can't do nothing in the moment or come back. You not finna get this money at all.
Yeah.
And you still might have to rap. Am I lying, Bone?
that part.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Niggas watch TV. It's so different now.
Oh, yeah.
It's so different now. We didn't fly nowhere. Back then, you didn't even have that many airports that you could regularly fly into.
No.
So we used to have to drive across the country, and we actually preferred to drive because you could bring what you needed to bring to protect yourself in a car. Now, I got to drive across a bunch of states.
We did that.
Right? To get back with these pistols we ain't supposed to have in the first place.
And smoking, too.
You know what I'm saying? With weed.
And we smoking, too.
You know?
Ignorant.
By the grace of God. By the grace of God.
There you go.
You know, that we actually made it through these situations. But yeah, I don't think people really realize what it took to actually even perform a rap concert, much less like get famous and go from city to city. Like, I could come to Dallas and get love, but I used to come to Dallas. It used to be fights. People used to get shot in the parking lot. You know, this used to be this used to be a real rap scene where rap concerts for people that made street oriented music used to take place was some of the worst places in the country.
Yes.
At the worst time. Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
UAPB.
Like, serious.
Club, PJs.
PJs.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, going to 559 in Atlanta, anywhere in New Orleans.
Man,
you know what I'm
say
saying?
that again.
Even Strawberries. Now, Strawberries typically was not a violent place. Like, there wasn't a lot of fights inside, but the parking lot could get extra.
Why that parking lot was big?
Because we wouldn't get to Strawberries until 3:30 in the morning. We wouldn't go on till 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
We wouldn't leave till 5:30.
Crawfish Fest.
Right? And we still got to drive back because back then I don't even remember us having. Do we even have rooms?
Not in Lafayette.
I don't even remember that type of shit.
If we was performing in Louisiana, normally
We would
turn back
go,
around.
come back.
Except for that one time.
For Crawfish Festival, I think.
Well, you remember you moved to Atlanta for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
We had a show in Louisiana, and you bought this burgundy Cadillac.
Yep.
And you drove down with Gil.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed that night. But other than that, I think because we had a concert in Arkansas right after that.
Right after that.
Yeah, so
that would make
other
sense.
than that, we dipped and went right back home.
Right back home.
No, we wasn't staying, waiting for somebody to pull a kick though. At all.
You still can freestyle?
I'm not as good as I used to, but I can do what I need to do. I can do what I need to do.
Yeah, you and Chad used to make freestyles sound like songs.
We used to steel sharpen steel.
When you good,
Yeah.
And so that's literally what we would do. I would typically the rappers I spent time with was rappers that I could rap with.
Yeah.
So that's why people like me and 32 were so close, because we would spend a lot of our personal time just rapping.
Yes.
That's why me and Big Mike were so close.
Shout out Big Mike.
You know, because we would spend a lot of our time just rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we would just cut on people's albums and just rap through niggas' albums, not even listen to the album, just rap through their whole album. Me and Chad we would rap about songs that we had already made songs about and find different ways to rap to the music, you know, fucking around at the house. Like when we did the show with the Ghetto Boys the night that Rudy got shot.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Me and Big Mello sat in Damo's room and we freestyled to the entire instrumental version of the Resurrection album. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's what we would do when we didn't have instrumentals. Niggas would start pulling out dats and they shit and rap over their shit. Yeah. You know, like there's the Ridin Dirty Screw tape that UGK did with DJ Screw is us taking the instrumental album of Ridin Dirty and just freestyling over records that we had already made full songs to. But trying not to say the shit we said on the song on the freestyle to show it's different.
That's skill too, because
that's a lot of skill
when you hear the same.
Them boys
you want to go back and say what you.
But we wanted to be good rappers. You know what I'm saying? That was something that we felt was important to us as a group.
Yeah.
Do I think it's necessary for everybody? Obviously not. Many people have become successful without having to focus on that. But you don't get rich on accident.
No.
You don't get rich on accident. Somebody got to work their ass off. And if your music ain't good, you got to work even harder. That's why I don't knock people that make money from music that maybe isn't the best. No. And that just tell me they work that motherfucker hard.
Yeah.
They got out there and made connections with people. They talk to people.
Marketed, right?
Yes, they marketed not just the music, but themselves.
Yes.
So I tell people all the time, you the man, the band, and the brand. You got to know what you're selling every time you walk in the room and how to sell it.
So when did you know, after UGK had come out, you and Chad got together that, damn, I got some?
Well, I mean, when we won the first radio show, like the first song we presented to the people was "Tell Me Something Good." And
no, not UGK. When did BUNB know? Say, man, my lyrics are a little bit different than everybody's. I got some.
Got a little something, yeah.
My first rhyme that I wrote to tell people I think I'm a damn good rapper was 316s.
Oh yeah.
That was the one where I felt like
That's a good one.
I'm not finna just write a regular rhyme like I've been writing. Yeah. I'm finna say some shit different. Just so niggas know that whatever it is that I do, I could do it different if I wanted to. You know, I had a lot of different abilities that didn't really come into play with the message we was trying to send. A lot of times it wasn't meant for me to overcomplicate the shit I needed to say.
Yeah.
But when I needed to say something to prove my lyricism, there was always something given to me to do that.
Yeah.
316s was created to write dope rhymes to.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Not about telling stories, just writing a dope ass, hard ass motherfucking rhyme about how good of a rapper I am. Murder is the best of both. Murder is a song that is detailing something that you can see vividly as a story, but being told you in a way that niggas weren't really talking.
Yeah.
At that time. And you know, most people had given into the default idea that New York people could rap better than everybody else.
At that time.
And I just didn't believe that should go unchallenged.
You know, it's always in you.
I mean, I knew I was good, right? I couldn't tell how good I was against other people because we didn't do a lot of songs with other people on that lyrical level. We did people that were on the same type of time we was on. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't about finding people, going out and finding people who was the best rappers to do music with to see who was the best rapper. It was about finding people who was talking about real shit.
Yeah.
So that we could both collectively make songs. Cause you like Ball and G, y'all from Memphis, y'all from the hood of Memphis, Orange Mound. Y'all talking real shit cause y'all come from a real environment. So are we.
Yeah.
So whenever we come together, it's probably gonna be about some real shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That were the kind of people that we were seeking out.
Already.
But through the course of that, I came across niggas like MJG, A-Ball, who was really dope lyricists.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So Outkast doing songs with them. You eventually come across niggas who are on the same path and trajectory as you are. And we're not making the same music to do shows in the same club. We're really both trying to elevate this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that I'm one of the people that the generation after me sought out to prove that they could rap. You know, the Killer Mikes, the T.I.s, you know what I'm saying, the 2 Chainz and people like that who sought me out to do music with me to prove to people that I'm not just this. I can do this, right? And I do this very well, but don't get it twisted. I could also do this other shit.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you just got to show people if you are about that you can do that. But again, I don't believe that everybody making rap music need to do that. If that's what they feel they need to do, then fine. But if not, don't go out your way to try to be an MC if you ain't that type of nigga.
For real.
Just stay in your lane.
Yeah.
And don't try to be a street nigga if you really just about some lyrics.
That's real.
Just stay in your lane, you know? Because this world, right, especially right now in 2023, I don't understand why anybody would actively entertain bullshit right now.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Niggas are actually seeking out smoke right now. It's so much ready for you.
That's the time.
Yeah,
Leave that shit
wanna
where
be
it's at.
seen, yeah.
Leave that shit where it's at. God give you the opportunity and a path to do something bigger and better and make something out of your life. Look, then make sure when you go on that path that you being honest with people about who you are. Because some of these niggas making this music is actually willing to take these chances.
You ain't lying.
These penitentiary chances.
You ain't lying.
And so be it. You know what I'm saying? Because they will give you that penitentiary time.
Yeah, they will.
They will give you that time.
Real
And hide
quick.
your ass. And hide your ass.
Oh yeah, no, they're gonna put you away. They're gonna put you away. Your music gonna do numbers while you're gone.
So
That part.
I want to talk about my favorite song.
Okay.
I have a question before.
Go
you
ahead.
talk
Okay.
about your
Before you
favorite
get into
song.
that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So a while back, I knew you were teaching a course. What was that about?
That was about hip hop and religion. That was at Rice University. Which that class was already being taught. I was asked to come in and co-teach the class and contribute. Which was different. It was different for me because I didn't go to college. Not that I couldn't, I just didn't.
Right.
You know, but so because of the fact that I didn't actively take college classes, I didn't know how a motherfucker took a class in college, much less how to teach one.
Yes,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Dr. Anthony Penn, who was originally teaching the class and brought me in, had the utmost faith in me. You know what I'm saying? And I've been blessed to have people in my life that when I was down to do it, but wasn't sure if I could do it, you know, walk with me.
Already.
You know what I'm saying? It kept me inspired and kept me encouraged. And he was one of them. You know, I was like, man, I don't know if I can do this. He was like, I do. I know you can.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? You just got to give it some time and some effort. And once I got through the first lecture, he was like, that's it.
So you
And I was
felt
like
like that was coming out of your comfort zone and doing a little.
Well, it wasn't so much that.
Another-
Like Rice University is the number 1 university in the state of Texas. It's like the number. It typically goes between the 11th and 13th universities ranked in the country. Okay. And it's a private university.
Yeah.
So if you go to Rice University, your education is very expensive. And a lot of is expected of you. But it took a lot for you to even get accepted
Yeah.
to this university. So a lot of people, and God bless teachers, because a lot of teachers have to teach people that don't want to be taught
That
every
part.
day.
Yeah.
I had the blessing to walk into a classroom where people were actually excited to come to class every morning and learn something new. You know what I'm saying? So the opportunity that I was given, I don't know if anybody else could have ever been given that opportunity in that way, because I went into it trying to see what I could give them, how much knowledge I could impart on them. But the way that they heard music and the way they heard this lesson that we talked about, we walked them through music culturally. So we started with the Negro spirituals, you know what I'm saying, slave spirituals, and walked all the way to modern time to put this black culture and black music in proper perspective, because the majority of my class was white.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So my class was not, you couldn't listen to the top 8 at 8 and know what the fuck we was talking about. We had at least, I think, 8 books, but 12 different reading supplements in total. So you had a lot of reading, a lot of shit you had to do. And then I would come in and I would paint a picture about the things they had read and put it into proper perspective. So you read about New York from 71 to 75 when, you know, the Cross Bronx Expressway comes through and displaces all these different communities of color. And so black people and Puerto Ricans and Jamaicans all end up in the Bronx together, start throwing parties. The DJ got to play music for everybody at the party. And those parties eventually evolved into what Kool Herc threw as the first actual hip hop party.
Wow.
In the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? So, but we talk about how that music, how we got from the earliest forms of music from black culture in America, which started with slavery. That's where a lot of black culture starts in America. If you're not of Native American descent, it starts with slavery. And so there was music and, you know, chants and how people represented their tribes, you know, where they were from in Africa. A lot of call and repeat, which still exists in today. Say, ho, ho, that's always existed. The idea of I am this, so am I am this, so are we.
Yeah.
That kind of thing has always existed in communication. And so we still represent things from hundreds, if not thousands of years ago in modern music and culture today without even consciously understanding and realizing it.
That's true.
That's real. So we short on time because we got to go.
No, we good. Let me see where we at.
We ain't good.
Yeah,
Bone,
no, we good.
Bone said we ain't good.
Bone already gave
Bone said
us.
we
We already gave
You
us.
got 10 minutes.
Okay.
You got 10 minutes.
So-
Your favorite song.
No, I ain't gonna. I'm gonna skip
That's
that.
last.
Okay.
No, you're not going to skip that.
Well, okay. Hold on.
3.
Hold on.
Yeah, he
I saw
got
you-
he got to ask the shit he really need to get out.
Yeah, I saw you on the podcast. Shout out to Smooth Vega.
Shout out
Okay.
to
Smooth.
Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to Smooth Vega. You made a comment of something that I was feeling in my heart, and I know you've been feeling it a long time. And you just, I don't know what made you say something about it, but I'm glad you did. Speak on that again about the people who are out here making money on Chad's name.
It's just not right. All right, it's just not right. I've worked very hard to not exploit Chad's intellectual property. I don't have the right to, first of all, you know.
Yeah.
But secondly, I don't have the want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I represent Chad in my actions, in the moves I make, how high I can climb, because I know those are the things that Chad would have wanted for me.
Exactly.
Chad always had it in his heart that I would transcend music, that I could go further than just making this music. And I've been blessed to do that. There's an angel looking over me to make sure that my path is being charted a certain way. But I want to be able to look back at everything I've done, every move I've made, and know that I never exploited that man.
That's real.
You know, even in the midst of, you know, Free Pimp C and all of that stuff. I never made any money on T-shirts.
Speak on that, Bun.
You know what I'm saying? I never sold. There's nobody could say they went to a concert somewhere and I sold them a Free Pimp C T-shirt. I would make shirts for people. People made shirts for themselves. I never sold no shirts. I didn't sell no hats. I didn't do anything to make money off of Chad's name. I did everything to make sure that when Chad came home, he can make money off his own
It was
name.
relevant.
Yes, that was it. That was my whole thing, you know. And that shit was not easy. You know, it took us a year and a half to even figure out how to do a show without Chad.
You made it
We
look
got
easy.
we got it wrong a lot. You know, when I say we, I'm talking about me and Sean We.
Okay.
Because that's who it was out on the road in those days. It was
Shout
just
out Sean
me.
We.
It was just me and Sean We, too deep, traveling all over America.
Yeah.
Trying to keep the name going, trying to keep shit off my brother's name, trying to honor obligations that were made that he couldn't honor because he was locked up. We operated at a loss for years. You know what I'm saying? I would have to take shows for 75% loss because deposits were taken, you know, promises were made. I spent a lot of time putting out fires. You know what I'm saying?
During that time.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel you.
But I knew it was worth it because this shit was never about me. This was always about us. I never thought that me separate or him separate was better than us together.
I've always heard you say that.
The group was always
Stronger.
That's just smart business.
It is.
Right? Even if it's not a relational thing, even if it's not a genuine thing that I care about him, that's just smart fucking business.
But that's what so many people lack in the industry.
Smartness.
Like the business.
It's just common sense.
The business side.
Because
Like,
you just, no matter how big the solo records are, I never get booked at that UGK price.
Okay, we were so. On that note,
Okay.
it's a hell of a segue. You can say no comment. Because I know.
No, we're not. Look, let me tell you something.
No. You may say no comment to this one.
Let me tell you. Let me say this.
What?
I don't know that certain people even exist in this world.
No, I ain't talking about that.
Until somebody
I ain't
remind me.
talking- I ain't talking about that.
Okay, all right. Let me just say
Hell
that.
no.
No,
Let me
not
just
that.
say
No,
that.
we ain't
So
going.
if anybody out there hears somebody talking bullshit about me, don't call me.
Yeah, don't call him with that.
Don't call
He
me
got
because
some-
I don't even know.
Call
people-
me.
I don't even know.
Call me.
I don't even know when niggas talking about me until somebody call me and tell
Now
me.
y'all call Bobo. I handle that. I handle that.
I don't. When I look back, I only look back on fond memories. I don't look back to bullshit.
that's what's up.
I only look back to fond memories. I ain't got but so much time left in
Hey, Bubba.
my life.
Hey,
now you
don't
were
call-
saying no
don't call
comment.
Bubba.
Go for
Don't-
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
On that subject.
Okay.
Scarface and Willie D.
Yeah.
What do you think about that situation? Because the way you just said it, you know, the group is stronger together.
I'm gonna say this because I know both of these men. I'm not even gonna comment
There you go.
on that situation
Yeah.
about the Grammys and all of that. I will say this. Whatever it is they was arguing about started way before the Grammys. I feel like, they were in a group for a long time.
Facts.
I feel like there have been maybe different things that had happened
Yes.
between them. And sometimes when people blow up, it ain't really even about what we arguing about.
That's
It's
true.
about some energy that's been around for a long time. That's my personal belief.
Already.
I don't believe the Grammy situation is in itself was what they were really arguing about. I think there's some deeper issues, but I can respect the fact that they handled it like that.
Like me.
That they both are men enough to say, man, I think you fucked over me. Man, I ain't fuck over you, but if you feel like that way, then that's what it is.
And then
Because
let's sit down and do it on camera.
I can't say that there wasn't a time in my life where I would have handled shit that calm.
No.
But right now, at this time in my life, I pride myself
Yes.
on the fact that I can have a situation with another grown man and we can find a way to work it out or agree to disagree and go on about our business. But you got to come to me as a man.
As it should be.
Well, since that's a no comment, I damn sure can't ask you about T.I. and Boosie. So go ahead, baby.
Sure you can.
What you think
can
about
ask me
that?
about anything. You can ask me about anything.
What you think about T.I. and Boosie, man? I mean,
I feel
two
like
of our brothers, man.
I feel like we have to be very careful when we choose to have public conversations about private shit.
Yeah.
I
There you
feel
go.
like for me to come on your podcast, I need to be willing to have conversations and willing to talk about certain shit, but know how to talk about shit
Already.
as well. That's the other thing. A lot of people don't have media training. A lot of people act off emotion.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I feel like, and this is just me, and I feel like I could say this, his energy was off the whole time. Right? I watched the interview, and I feel like Boosie's energy was off.
Okay.
Off that whole time. You know what I'm saying? And because even when he was saying what he was saying about Tip, he still was like, but I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe. He seemed very torn
feel
internally about a lot of shit that he had talked about. Typically, Boosie is loose
Yeah.
and laughing.
And let you have
And direct.
No, I'm talking about with Vlad specifically. Typically, those interviews are fun.
Yeah.
Boosie say some funny shit, some crazy shit. This one, he's felt like it felt different.
I feel you on that.
It felt different. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope that those brothers like Face and Will can sit down as men, because I don't see this becoming anything.
Me either.
no.
I don't feel like it's gonna be no street
Work
shit
that
come
shit
out
out.
of.
No,
but
no,
I
no.
do want these brothers to find a place to work this out.
Yes.
Because if Boosie and T.I. made an album,
Okay.
Man.
that bitch jamming.
Come on,
I
man.
was excited to hear it.
I bet you that bitch
I was
jamming.
excited to hear it, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I was excited to hear it.
Because Boosie will make Tip go back to that old trap shit. You know what I'm saying? That we don't
Early T.I.
that Tip as a
DJ
solo
Too.
artist and all these other things that he do probably like Tip does stadiums. Tip does big rooms.
Yes.
So because you know you walking in the big rooms, once you know you on that level, you typically make that kind of music.
That's real.
This would allow him to go back and make club, street,
part.
car wash music
That's real.
type shit.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? And I think we all would have loved that.
That part.
I know I would.
So I really would hope that those brothers can work that out, and whatever the energy was, we can move past it and get to what the people need,
real.
and that's that album.
That's what we need. Go ahead, baby.
Last question before you get out of here.
Yep.
Everybody's throwing numbers my way. Your top three favorite songs.
Period.
Yeah, no,
Yours.
yours.
Of my song?
Of your
Yes.
discography.
You just
yeah.
it could be a feature. It could
Yeah. You got 1 minute
Pinky
to
Ring,
think about it.
Pinky Ring,
Oh.
number 3.
Okay, sir.
There's, I could argue that Pinky Ring is more technical than Murder. There's an argument for that.
Really?
That's my alarm going off right on time.
We on time, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Number 2 will probably be The Story. The Story, because that's probably the hardest rhyme I ever had to write.
You probably
and even
cried.
harder to say. Queen will tell you, it was only 2 takes. There was 1 take, then I had to stop, and then I came back in and finished it and never rapped to it again. Played it 1 time in the studio, didn't listen to it. Still don't really listen to it a lot
Yeah.
to this day. But that would be number 2. And I don't know, man. It's Swishes and Doja was really. I don't think people understand what Chad and Steve B-Lo were
Shout
finna
out
go
Steve
musically.
B-Lo.
Before you say this, one of my questions I want to ask you, and you can incorporate it with what you're about to say,
Yeah.
is I want you to say something encouraging about Steve B-Lo. Because I would love Steve B-Lo to get back in the game.
Man, me and Steve was trying to do a different intro for a beat that he had played for me years ago. And he randomly said, "Hey man, I know you're doing a rodeo. This a beat I played a long time ago. Let me know if you like it." Man, I got to calling my partner Ryan Bingham. Ryan Bingham is a country artist, but he also on Yellowstone.
Yeah.
I say, man, we finna do some whole Yellowstone rap shit like together. We was planning this whole thing, and then Steve went back. I don't know what happened.
How long ago was this, bud?
This was about a month or so ago. And my thing is, I don't pressure him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know. I know music can be a trigger for him sometimes.
Yes.
Like he did not have a pleasant experience making music.
Right.
And I can understand him not actively wanting to come back.
Yeah.
But
We need him. The game
he's
needs
so
him.
fucking good
Damn, that boy's
at making music. He's so fucking good at making music. But it doesn't make sense for you to put energy and time into something if it doesn't fulfill you.
Yeah.
That's true.
And he looks very fulfilled. He's growing his hair. He's
grown.
jogging. He's loving his cars
Looking
like his
good.
daddy.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I would much rather know that he's happy
Yeah.
than sit around and wishing he would give me a beat.
One thing I do think
But
is that he is happy.
But I do know that I'm first in line should he decide to come back.
Hey.
cool.
I'm first in line. Like, I love to lock in and just do a whole project with him. You know what I'm saying? And
That'd be
we're in a
dope.
position to do this music now where we don't have middlemen.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm not signed to anybody. He's not signed to anybody.
No.
We can put this project together and sell it directly to the people with no cut.
B-Lo.
And just
All right,
bust,
Steve
and just
B-Lo.
bust it down the middle.
B-Lo, you
And
heard
just
that?
bust that bitch down the middle.
Come
and
on, bro.
I think it would be one of the greatest albums made this year if he and I could do that.
Well,
I
shit.
think it would, because
I'm calling him
he
tomorrow.
understood. He knows the formula. That's the thing.
He does.
Steve and I put him and Corey Moore in the room together, because between them two motherfuckers, that's the formula.
It is.
That's the formula.
Hey, that boy still got an R8.
I'm telling you.
That boy still got his R8.
I'm telling you.
And still will bang on it. But say, I know you got to go.
Yes.
Before we go, I want to say that today you are here in town for a special reason.
Yes.
Erica Badu's birthday.
Yes. We can say that now because I was going to be a surprise, but
Yeah.
they won't know about that. They won't
Well,
know.
you know what? She know. I heard her say your name.
Yeah. But the people won't know. But by the time they
I feel you. The
see what I'm
people
saying?
don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
So we want to say happy birthday to Erica.
Happy birthday, sis.
Happy
It's an honor to do it. A quick story before we go. I was supposed to do a birthday once in Houston at the House of Blues. I was waiting backstage, and when I was getting ready to go through the door to come out, somebody came out that door and they jammed my thumb. And it hurt so bad. It sent a chill up my back.
Oh, yeah.
It hurt so bad I threw up.
Oh yeah,
It hurt bad. And I threw up, and I literally was just back there trying to figure it out. And I can hear him playing. I can hear, and it's Hunter Roots, and I can hear Questlove and them playing his anthem, and I'm back there screaming, and
can't do nothing about it.
Oh man,
I was just back there. So, but yeah, we got to get on the road. I got to get to this show.
What you think? Everything cool?
I love it, man. I love what you're doing. I'm glad that you're doing it with your woman. I do most of my business with my wife, and it's worked out pretty good. I ain't broke.
Okay.
So we doing pretty good. So I wish y'all the same. Ain't nothing better than making money with the one you love.
I love my wife, and let me tell you something. We could go on and on and on.
I'm gonna just have to come back. That's it.
That's what I want you to say because we didn't get to talk about Queenie. I wanted to talk because
she don't like to talk about herself.
Well, it's not that. It's the fact that I like to help people with relationships, and when people see two strong people together, that's encouraging.
Just tell whoever you with what's wrong before somebody else do. That's the only advice I can give you. From you start there and everything will be right. Whatever it is you got to tell them. Don't let nobody else have to tell your people.
That's real, man. You got shout outs?
Yeah. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting this podcast, to the people that's subscribing. How about that? Let's shout out the subscribers. That's how folks get some little money around here, man. But I want to thank you, man, for being a real brother.
Thank you, bro.
To me, always being in my corner, in my ups and my downs. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, brother.
In here, man.
You know I love your ass, bro.
Come on, man. I love y'all, man. I want to see y'all win in this world.
Thank you, bro.
I really want to see y'all win. It look like y'all on the way.
Thank you.
And sponsors, man, tap in, break some bread. Local barbecue places, local car wash.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Niggas, if you're selling like your own little margaritas in plastic bags at the lounge, the hookah man. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Shoot us a couple $100 a week, man. Let us blow you up in the city.
Come on.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna steal a cosign. If y'all love BUNB and y'all fucks with me, come on, tap in.
Tap in.
We need to interview you. If you're in the city and y'all fuck with one of us, come on, man. Tap into Super Tight. And don't forget to subscribe. Hit that little bell so you can be notified every time we drop some more content. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
So I got my man BUNB in the house. The trillest man I know. You know what I'm talking about?
Love you, big
super tight guest.
Know I'ma get some game tuned in with Super Tight, yeah. I get it all up from Big Bobo, from the front seat, not no photos.